What is up, guys, and welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. So I do apologize for not uploading for a long time. My last upload was like a week ago, so I was really busy, so it's fine. We are back. We've actually got plenty of content to cover now that the worldwide download is actually over. So like, I know I'm a bit late on this Rose EZA, but yeah, let's just get to it, honestly. So let's get started with NR Rose then. I will also be going through my overall opinions on this worldwide download during the showcase, because it's been a quite it's been quite an interesting campaign compared to last year. Like, I know, like, a lot of people have been saying last year is better and still is now, and to be honest, I sort of agree, but there has been a lot of ups and like a lot of positives to this year's worldwide as well. So we'll definitely go over that in this video as well. So let's take a look at NR Rose then. Did they fumble him or did they not fumble him? So let's see. Let's take a look at his super attack effects then. So like, he did already have greatly raised defense on both of his super attack effects. So I don't think this has changed. So greatly raised defense for 1 turn and medium chance of stunning the enemy. And now on his 18 key, he now greatly raises both attack and defense. So that's really good. And now let's go through his passive. So he definitely needed quite a bit. But they did stay true to his, original kit. So let's see what he does now. So he has Ki +3 and 160% attack and defense. So that went up from 66% base attack and defense. So not only is he getting more attack and defense, he's getting more Ki, and that's going to help him a lot because in the next line, like, he gets 8% attack and defense each time Ki rises by 1 up to 160%. So he needs to get a total of 20 Ki to get that total attack and defense up. So he will have 320% attack and defense in total. But bear in mind, this is actually on super. So when you get 20 Ki, this buff doesn't actually apply until you super. So just bear that in mind. It's a post super buff. So like, that's pretty cool. So this is the thing. He's going to suffer a bit to AoEs. So that's the problem, because he's not going to do that well pre-super. So like, we're just gonna have to bear that in mind. Like, any AoE bosses is gonna really hurt him a lot. So we just got to bear that in mind. So that's cool. And then Ki +3 when Ki is 18 or more. So once again, it's just really easy to achieve high amounts of Ki. So like, if we're at 18 Ki, then he gets another 3 Ki. So he's at 21, 19, 20, 21 Ki. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then he launches a guaranteed additional super attack when Ki is 22. So if you get 19 Ki, then that means you're at 22 Ki. So that's perfect. So if you get 19 Ki, you're able to achieve that whole part of his passive. So that's pretty cool. And then he gets 6 Ki and high chance of doing a critical hit for the rest of the battle after delivering a final blow. So if he... Okay, wow. So like, if he kills the boss and gets that final blow buff, he will get 6 Ki and a high chance to crit. So that's 50-50, just like the TOR Rose. Okay, so they've done something similar to that. Like, I don't think we're ever going to get this, but if we do, then it's cool. So and then he gets 6% HP when HP is 66% or more, and then he gets another 6% HP at the end of the turn which an attack was received. So he has a decent amount of healing there. So that's pretty much yeah, so like 12% healing if we satisfy both of those conditions there. So like above 66% HP and then taking 1 hit. So all in all, he's actually not bad. So thank goodness they didn't fumble him. He's actually not bad. Like, at least he's not as bad as the TOR Rose. He is atrocious. So yeah, okay, that's good. And then yeah, like, there's like, one benefit that this Rose has over the TOR Rose is that he has a rage mode, and as we know, rage modes, giant form modes, they all have the ability to cancel boss supers. But like, unfortunately, this is only for 1 turn, but it's still better than nothing. So let's have a look at his rage mode then. So this can be activated when HP is 66% or less, starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle. So okay. Like, it's quite rare that you're going to get this, but if you do, then it's going to be really nice. So let's see his super attack effect. So his greatly raises attack temporarily, and then I believe it's the same. Oh, it's massively raises attack. So let me check his pre-super, pre-EZA. Oh wow, it's the same. No, it's not. Okay, so yeah, pre-super, it will just causes destructive damage to enemy on both 12 and 18 key. So he got a massive buff on his rage mode. Okay, that's pretty good. And then if we have a look at his passive on his rage mode, now it's ki +6 plus another ki +2 per key spit obtained, and then attacks effective against all types. So he got a big buff. Yeah, like that ki +6 really helps, and he's getting more ki per key spit obtained. So this guy's really good. Seriously, he's really good. Like, I wouldn't say he's insane. Like, I wouldn't say he's like, you know, top 10 level. Maybe he is top 10, you know, like LREZA, but he's very vulnerable to AoEs. That's the problem with him. He's very vulnerable to AoEs because a lot of what he's doing is on super. So bear in mind, when he gets 20 ki and gets that, you know, extra 160% each time ki rises by 1, that's an on super buff. So anything before supering, he's going to take a bit of damage, especially from the big bosses like Zamasu, Rose. In terms of build, he is at 55%. Like, the main build that you want to go for this guy is probably full additional or full dodge. Pretty much the same idea as the, you know, like TR Rose. Now, obviously, crit is fine on this guy because he doesn't have the rage mechanic. But if you want to survive, then I say you want to go full additional because he greatly raises defense on his 12 key super. And he's already guaranteed one if you get 22 key. So if you build on that with full additional, then he could do at least 3 supers. You know, like one, like one 18 key, and then maybe 2 additional attacks, right? He is full link level 10. Will definitely be able to take advantage of big bad bosses at link level 10. No HP, you know, restrictions for that link. So we'll be taking him on this team right here. So it's under Zamos' lead. So Rose does share 4 links with the, you know, 4 links with the LR Zamasu, but he does share 6 links with the Tech Rose and Zamasu. So what I'm going to try and do is just run Tech Rose and Zamasu as a floater, and every time we get them on rotation, we'll just put Rose in slot 2 and get as much links as possible. So I'm not going to run Rose with Tech Rose and Zamasu because that's just a huge risk. I'm going to run him with Tech Zamasu, you know, like either mine or the friend. So like, this is a really cool team. So that's enough waffle. Let's go into Red Zone Freezer and try this team out once and for all. Let's see how Rose is at 55%, level 10 links, easy A. Alright, here we go then. So Red Zone Freezer. So like, Rose should do really well here because obviously like the last phase is Tech, so he'll be at type advantage. So alright, so rotations, alright, they're not bad. Like, we've got a decent start here, so yeah, I think we'll just do it like this. So just put Rose slot 2. Obviously, yeah, like I forgot to mention this, Rose is a slot 2 unit because of that, you know, 160% every time Key rises by 1. He's just not meant for slot 1 because a lot of his buffs is on super, so he's just gonna chill in slot 2. That's it. So so yeah, like obviously, like he does share, yeah, that is 5 links, yeah, so it's 5 links with the Tech Rose and Zamasu, right there, so that's pretty cool. And he shares 4 links with Tech Zamasu, so that's pretty cool. So let's check his defense. So he's at 141k starting out, so that's pretty good. He's going to get a lot of buffs on his super attack, so he's going to be greatly raising a lot. So that's, you know, like a lot of 50% to a lot of his stats there. So he's going to get up to a massive attack stat at only 55%. So let's just get all those int orbs down. So that's perfect. So we'll be able to get a guaranteed 24 key. That's perfect. Yeah, so we'll do that. And I'm assuming those stats don't change. Yeah, so even though I got 24 key, I should be able to get those buffs, right? Each time key rises by 1. And this is what I meant. It's a post-super buff. So he's going to get that buff when he supers. So pretty much that extra 160%. And he's going to be greatly raising both attack and defense by 1. And he's going to be guaranteed another super attack, which is pretty crazy. So his defense is going to be enormous. Seriously. His defense is going to be enormous. Like, at least, like, 700k. At least. So let's do this. And let's just see, man. Let's just see how much they get. So, you know, Rose and Zamos are guarding. They are building up per attack. So this should do nothing, really. 41k, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, like, they're pretty much nearly fully built up, I believe. They get 40% per hit, right? So, alright, that's cool. And Rose is at 14 million already. Okay, yeah. So there we go. Like, that's pretty much the best attack stat for this guy. There's no support here, and here's is guaranteed for 8 million. Yeah. So yeah. And then right here is where the the hidden potential would proc if you had four additional on that guy. So 14 million starting out is pretty insane, and there's no support here. So who should we do? Was it float off? I think we'll float off my Zamasu. Like, just to make it fair. So we'll just do this, and then that's cool. So wow, starting out with 14 million attack stat. And that's at 55%. So imagine what that's going to be like at Rainbow. That's going to be like 20 million, 21 million at least. At least, yeah. I'm just imagining. Oh damn, yeah, he's pretty good. So, alright, AoE phase. So this is dangerous. So hopefully Frieza supers after my Rose supers, because if he supers before Rose supers, then that's bad, because Rose hasn't got his buffs post super, so this is really bad. So what we'll do then is this. We'll try and get as much keys as we can. Yeah, there we go. He is getting 3 keys, so that's fine. So this is a risk. So if Frieza supers early on, then Rose might take a lot of damage, because he's at 141k defense, and Frieza's at type advantage. So yeah, this is very bad. So let's see then. So this is a good thing to test out. Is Frieza gonna super before Rose supers? Let's see. So yeah. So now that'll be interesting to see how much. Okay, so no, he's not supering then. So all right, let's see if Frieza does super now, because after Rose is supered, there we go. So like double super, this AoE should not do anything, even at type disadvantage. Let's see. Is Frieza gonna super? Let's see. He actually isn't. Damn. Okay. Damn. Like, I wanted to see that, man. I wanted to see that. Like how they would tank. All right. It's fine. It's fine. So now we've got this, insane rotation. So we'll just do this. Yeah. It's just like there's nothing I need to say about this rotation, because like we've seen it plenty of times. It's just the 2 fusions almost is just doing a madness. So yeah, okay, come on, man. Like, at least let Age of Zamasu stack, man. But he's just going insane, man. All right, okay, that's good. Okay, so like, at least my Zamasu, yeah, so like, at least Age of Zamasu can get a stack in. Holy crap. Yeah, okay, yeah, so yeah, like so far so good. Like we haven't got a one shot yet, so now we can do this rotation. So now I can pair my Rose with my LR Zamasu, and then each time the Tech Rose and Zamasu come on, I'll just be able to put them in slot 3 and just get all of the links possible. So yeah, in the slot 2 he's still sharing 5 links. So alright, let's just carry on then. So well, yeah, so like, let's see what Rose is losing out on if I put him in slot 1. So he's losing out on Fear and Faith, I believe. It's Fear and Faith, isn't it? Yeah, it's Fear and Faith. So what does Fear and Faith give? Let me check. Like if it's all enemies defense minus. Okay, so it's not much. So even paired with LR Zamasu, he's still going to do 40 million, I bet. So yeah. Anyway, let's do that. Unfortunately, key might be a bit of an issue here. So we'll be able to get, what is that, 18 key? Yeah, I can't get 19 key for the like guaranteed additional. So yeah, how much is that? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, that is 18 key. Alright, so we'll be able to do this. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So let's see how that affects him. He should be able to do 1 super, and then Frieza should be able to super here. He should be able, yeah, he should be able to super someone here. So let's see. So Rose is at 13 million now. Okay, so that's okay. It's fine. So he shouldn't be able to do an additional super here. So yeah, okay. So Frieza's supering here. So with only 1 super, let's see how much this does. 97k. Okay, that's all right. Damn. And there was that dodge there. Like if you had been, like if you noticed there. I think I have 10 dodge on this guy. So these guys are fully built up now, but they're not guarding anymore, so... I believe my Rose has 10 dodge, like I forgot to see. Yeah, he has 10 dodge, because he's 55%, and I've just put all my best skill ups for him. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do that, and then we'll just heal up a bit. Yeah, we'll just do that. So, while this rotation is going on, my opinions on this worldwide download, honestly, I don't know, man. There's definitely areas where they could have done a lot better. Like I've seen, you know, like on social media, Twitter, YouTube comments, a lot of people complaining about the Vegito Blue. Like it's just the fact that the like Goku and Vegeta side of things is so bad because of the 4-turn guard, and they just barely have any stats, so they just can't build off it. Like they just can't build up enough to transform into VB and just like get as much out of the VB form as much as they can, right? Even at Rainbow, they're only getting about what 12-13 million, and meanwhile you just saw that Zamosid there. He just came out with like a 16-17 million attack stat, which is pretty insane for like 2023, and the VB was just not living up to that. So that's just one issue that I saw with like people complaining about this year's worldwide download. Like a lot of people have said events, I guess. Like event quality, free-to-play units, they've not been that good. Like the Trunks, he is alright because he has the he has the like domain, but as a free-to-play unit, he's just not runnable, is he? He's just not runnable. Same thing for the like SDR Trunks that just got an awakening. Yeah, man. There's a lot of things that they could have done better. That's the thing I'm trying to say. There's just a lot of things. They could have maybe increased the guard for the Vegito Blue. Maybe. Or just gave them a lot more defense, right? Yeah, like there's just a lot of areas where they could have made these units a lot better, right? And like that's where we get onto Easy A's. Now, Easy A's have been a bit of I mean... Like, how do I say this? Like mixed bag, I guess. Like a mixed sort of batch, because Asia Zamos' EZA is just fire. Obviously, like everyone knows this. Asia Zamos' EZA is perfect, just what we needed from a villain, right? It's perfect. But then they came up with Int TUR Rose. Like, just like I don't know what to say about him. Seriously, like, he's like. I don't want to start ranting, but someone at the Dokkan dev team thought that, oh yes, this passive is absolutely perfect for 2023 standards, and someone, said yes, let's release this, let's authorize this to come out on the Dokkan servers, and let's release this in the data download. So, like who in their right mind thought that yes, this is acceptable? So, like that's just one issue that I have with like TUR Rose. They could have made him so much more better. And then also, speaking of Rose, there's, so like there's also the Part 2 banners. So there's been a lot of sort of complaining that, why didn't we get a Carnival Rose instead of Future Gohan or Sword of Oak Trunks? And it's fair enough because this worldwide download is sort of themed around Trunks, right? Time travelers, but Rose is a time traveler, right? He's one of the main villains of the Dragon Ball Super villain arc, right? And the fact that they made one of his characters really bad post EZA is just shocking. So, like that's one thing. And then also, like the fact that they didn't release a Carnival Rose is also another nail in the coffin. Like they could have released a Carnival Rose and then EZA both of these Roses and everything would have been so fire. No one would be complaining, right? No one would be complaining about the fact that this is happening. Carnival Rose, EZA TUR Rose, and now we have EZA NR Rose. That would have been such a fire setup, but they didn't do, like they didn't do that, right? They didn't do that, and instead we are left with this sort of like a semi-decent Future Saga Extreme Plus team. Like we've got NR Zamasu, we've got AJ Zamasu, we've got NR Rose, who is sort of runnable, right? He's good for sure, but just you know, like just imagine what we could have done if there was a Carnival Rosé, right? So that's the issue right there. That's the issue. Like, you know, like Extreme Plus Future has so much potential, and they nearly delivered on it. But it's just, yeah, like they just didn't go the extra mile for, you know, like to complete the whole setup, right? Like imagine, you know, like Tech Zamasu, Age of Zamasu, and then you have Carnival Rosé and then NR Rosé. Bro, like this, like this, yeah, like it'll be so fire, right? But yeah, like it is what it is. Yeah, like I'd say all in all, how would I rate this worldwide download? How would I rate it? Like it's really hard, isn't it? Yeah, it's really hard, isn't it? It's definitely not better than last year. I'm gonna say that for sure. It's definitely not better than last year. Yeah, but honestly, I wouldn't say that this worldwide is like atrocious. Like it's not. Like it's not that bad, right? It's not as bad as, I don't know, 2020 or 2019. But then again, like you gotta think about the era, right? Back then, things were different compared to now. You know, like the quality of units and stuff like that. So like let's pop Zamasu's let's pop Zamasu's active skill, and then we'll come back to this discussion. Alright, so cool. So like Zamasu's domain is active. So let's just quickly see how Zamasu's support affects Rosé if we get the right orb changing. And yes, we do indeed. Okay, that's really good. Perfect orb changing right there. So yeah, so Rosé is obviously still going to be 141k defense. We all know this because he gets a lot of his buffs on super, right? He gets an extra 160%, and he gets his and he gets his like 50% attack and defense, and then another 50% on super. Like additional super, right? So let me just get these orbs real quick and we'll see how it jumps. I'm expecting around 200k, 173k. Alright, so it's not, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, so let's get all of this, and this should be GG's, unless this Frieza supers the Rosé and Zamasu, which is not good. But we'll see. So yeah, like anyway, yeah, like as I was saying, yeah, like ranking this worldwide in terms of other worldwide download celebrations, I would definitely say 2022 was definitely top one. You know, it's definitely first. And then I'll probably put this one after. I'll put this one in second place, right? Because it's still good. It's still good. We got NR Zamasu, bear in mind. There's so many good villain buffs that we got. Okay, yeah, he's Super Zamasu. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, like anyway, yeah, like we got so many good buffs during this, campaign, right? So I wouldn't say it's that bad. So I would put this at number 2. And then probably the, like Namek Saga worldwide at number 3. That would be my top 3 worldwide, campaigns, right? And then at number 4, I would put like the like Boo Saga in 2020. So yeah, man. Oh, they're taking a bit of damage. Yeah, 79k. Yeah. Even when they're fully built up, they're still taking a bit. All right, so. What should I do? No, I'll just keep the rotation as is. Yeah, we'll just do that. I'm not going to chop some Zamasu. Yeah, so we'll do this. Alright. Yeah, so like all in all, this worldwide was decent, honestly. But there's a lot of room for a like improvement. There's so many like obvious and careless mistakes they made, right? Yeah, like like it's a trait with the Dokkan dev team. They make a lot of careless mistakes, and they can't be bothered to fix them. Right? It's just a sort of like toxic trait that they have. Like a lot of careless mistakes were made when they make units or making events, and yeah, like they just don't learn from their mistakes in future campaigns. It's kind of sad, right? Yeah. All right. So, okay, orb changing's decent, so we'll just do this. Do we get good enough in orbs? Oh, that's perfect. Honestly, this, like, Like this Rose is, wow, he's not struggling for key, surprisingly. Like there's only been that one instance where we, like one instance where we only got like, 12 key with him, but most of the time we've been getting max key all the time, So yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good. All right. And yeah, let's see what so he's at, he should be at the same 14-13 million. Yeah, 14.1 million. Yeah, man, I can't wait to get dupes of this guy, man, if I can. Yeah, man, he's just been doing, what, 14 plus 8, that's what, 22 million in total. Yeah, he's just one-shotting, yeah, he's pretty soloing this final form Frieza. I'm impressed, like genuinely. I'm genuinely impressed. But this is just an easy sort of, like situation for him. If we took him to Zamasu, where he has the 10 million AOE's in the first phase, then this Rose is screwed because this guy can't survive AOE's. Like, let's be honest, he can't survive AOE's, and that's the problem with this guy. But in a normal, like red zone event, in like every other red zone event that doesn't have AoEs, he's gonna perform really well. Like I might take this guy into Cell Max or something, like red zone Cell Max. He's gonna perform really good in there, like for sure. So yeah, man, that is like NR Easy Int Rose. He's really good. He's really good at full link level 10. I've got no sort of like bad things to say about him, apart from the fact that he's like suffers to like AoEs, and that's not really like a bad thing because a lot of his buffs he's getting on super attack, which is part of his design, right? It's not like like it is what it is, right? Like let's work with what we have, right? So he's good at link level 10, and I've given my thoughts on this worldwide download. It's good, but there's a lot of improvements that they could have done. And hopefully in future worldwide downloads and future anniversaries, they'll be able to rectify these mistakes that they keep making, right? These careless mistakes that they keep making. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you guys like and sub to my channel, and I'll see you lot in the next one. Peace out.